Hello and welcome to Zelda Speedruns. Today we're pleased to bring you another Minish Cap Randomizer tournament match. It should be a pretty hype match. It is Hendrus, one of our, I think he was our third place finalist, versus Aughoti, aka Goldfish, who this is his first time in the tournament. But he has gotten pretty good in his shorter time with the randomizer. And I'm joined today on commentary by Myth and Coach Ice. And how you doing today, gentlemen?
Hello, how's it going?
Hello.
So what do you think of this matchup?
Yeah, it's definitely interesting. I would say that Hendrus does have a slight advantage, as, again, they're a third place finisher from the last tournament, and Goldfish is new. But Goldfish has been doing rather well in the weeklies leading up to this tournament, and they're both on one win at the moment.
Yep. Yeah.
Just seeing the how the tournament's been going and just seeing both runners run on their personal wins, it's definitely going to be an interesting matchup because it's a randomizer, anything can happen.
Yeah,
Yes.
And we are on the last match of this round of the Swiss tournament. So after this one is over, we will know what the matchups are going to be for the next week.
Yep, I think matchups will probably start on Wednesday. Or people probably started to schedule Wednesday through next Monday, I believe. Okay.
Yeah.
And I will...
After we've uploaded this match,
Yes.
The scores, you can go to the website and then just have a look at the order that the standings, the current standings, and then just pair everyone up going down the list, and then you get an idea of who your match is going to be. But we will confirm everyone's matches on Tuesday.
Yeah, it looks like we should be off pretty soon, so I am going to mute myself, and thank you very much.
Yep, and we're going to be away any second. Quick look at the hash. There are 2 fire elements there, which is certainly interesting, and the graveyard key, of course.
Money and hearts.
And
So, amazing start.
yep, nothing in Link's house. Now, they're going to do exactly the same early route. Hendrus is going to go to town just to set the quick warp before going into the Wind Tribe. Goldfish instead goes immediately into the
Lon.
into the Wind Tribe and gets that Lon key. Doesn't do anything right now, but it could be.
It could be the only way to progress. And that's
a
Rock
roll
Breaker?
attack.
Oh, roll attack.
Yeah, the black one is roll attack. Right, so they're gonna have to look further afield to try and find their first progression item, because they haven't found
For now,
anything yet.
town seems pretty barren.
Yeah,
Shop has garbage, as usual.
honestly, I have not seen the shop have anything so far in the tournament, and we've had like nearly 30 matches already.
I haven't seen
it's
Shop
very-
have anything in like ages.
It's disappointing, is what it is.
It'll
Okay,
be
go-
interesting to see an actual seed where 600 has an item.
I mean, we had it not that well. I say not that long ago. Like the first seed when we started on 0.6, the very first seed had required shop, and then everyone was very excited because everyone was like, "Oh, is the shop going to be
Sword.
relevant again?" But there's our first progression item. It's the sword in the Tingle Trees. Now, it looks like they're both going to stay at the Tingle Trees and full clear it. He got the option there of deciding to just
If we
quick
go
walk.
down, I feel like doing the trees is just a good thing to just do in one go because you don't exactly lose time by just saying it and you get a
And good thing
lantern.
they didn't, because there's that lantern. Don't know if the lantern is going to be
Useful or
a
not.
necessary item. We're gonna have to see what the the dungeon
Dungeons
layout
are.
is before we know how useful that lantern's going to be. I mean, it's very likely that the lantern is always going to be used in every single seed. It's incredibly rare that the lantern is going to be an unuseful item.
There's only one combination for it to not be useful, and that would mean that Palace and Temple of Droplets have nothing, that there's nothing on the lead up to Palace.
Well,
And-
Royal Crypt and Temple.
Oh yeah, I always forget Royal Crypt is a thing.
Yeah.
There's no
And-
instance where it's not useful.
I mean, without the lantern, you can do everything in the graveyard. The only item you can't get is literally the king, because in the room before that, you need to light some torches to make the Gibdos spawn, and then kill them to get to the Ghost King. That's the only reason why you need the lantern in the graveyard. But yeah, you can also go through Palace all the way up through and get everything without the lantern. The only thing you're missing out on is the red warp, and you don't need to get the red warp to get any items in Palace.
There was nothing apart from a sword and lantern over here.
Yeah, they're both going for a safe-ish route here. They're not like their progression item was that sword, and they could have just rushed to the South Hyrule Field.
Is Hendrus rushing Lake?
And yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
that's a good
I'm-
gamble.
I don't think this is a good gamble at all. You're missing out on 15
Wait.
items at Link's House.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna see what the 15 items are. Ah, well.
Oh my god, Hendrus called it. It was junk.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a bottle and a shield, but
The bow
neither
and
of those
shield
do
might-
anything just yet.
Yeah, for now they're not useful.
Like, he can go get those later, after he's gone through Minish Woods.
For now, it's a
Um,
good call, but let's see what's over here.
He checks some of one of the visual items over in this area. There is another visual item he can check over at Lake Hylia, but that takes quite a while to go over there, and there's nothing you can get on the way as well, so it's a bit of an out-of-the-way check.
For now, it seems like he did the good call. He's going back to get it now.
I'm surprised they didn't do a half-ledge on the way through. It's something I definitely recommend. If you're in town, if you're passing through town to get anywhere, just have a quick glance at what what is the fastest trick that you can do in town, and you do that on the way through. Hendrus decided to do Swiftblade Dojo, and he's going to go for half-ledge along the way as well. Yeah, and Goldfish goes and checks the Beanstalk in Eastern Hills and doesn't get anything. So, Minish Woods is to play,
Yeah,
or half-ledge. I mean,
or half-ledge. No, it's
I'm-
Minish Woods.
assuming that they do everything here, the only thing left in town is Simon. And is Hendrus going to do it? Oh no, Hendrus hasn't done South Hyrule Field. Yeah, of course.
What's... if it's Simon, that would definitely be interesting.
I mean, it wouldn't be an awful decision right now because they've got Sword Beam and they've
Yeah.
got Roll Attack. Like, even with Smith's Sword... Okay, with Sword Beam does more damage than Smith's Sword, but it does exactly the same damage as Green Sword. So, if you want maximum use out of your beam attack, you want to have a Smith's Sword whilst you're using it. So, if you want to get an early Simon in, if you've got Sword Beam, it's certainly an option, because it will let you kill the enemies very quickly. I think Goldfish is going to be heading off to be able to get to Minish Woods first out of the two of them.
Yeah, he's
And-
definitely... I think he's gonna just continue through now.
Yeah. It's
He's just
very
checking
unlikely
the
that
item.
Simon's going to be the progression here, so whoever goes to Minish Woods first is going to have the early lead.
No? Oh yeah, yes. Yeah. So,
He's saving. Hendrus is doing it.
No.
This is certainly a worthwhile play here from Hendrus. If he finds something here, that's going to put him ahead. Oh, he got hit. You really need to avoid getting hit there in that situation. Oh, he gets a good RNG heart there. He needs to grab that heart and then use the
Green sword
to kill everything.
in forest.
Oh no! Yeah, so Hendrus is going to be losing out here because Goldfish is just going to be able to do this fight faster with a green sword. Yeah, so the trick with Sword Beam is that you can only have one Sword Beam in the air at a time. So you want to time your sword swings right as the beam hits the enemy, and then you can get a really high rate of fire.
Mushroom. Oh no.
Yep. Turns out Simon was junk. And Hendrus is going to have to head over to Minish Woods, and Goldfish is going to have the early lead.
And since he has Mushroom, for all we know, Mushroom is something useful.
Yeah. Did we peek what the item was in North Minish Woods, the visible heart peaks?
It was a bomb drop.
Right.
Oh no, the one in Minish Woods was 5 rupees, and the bomb drop was the item cave. It's still junk. Wait, if there's nothing here, that means that Rem has something.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Oh.
Well, I mean, it could also be Swift Blades. There's two.
Oh yeah, Swift Blade. Yeah, it's Swift Blade or Rem.
But Goldfish gets the save scum off there. They found nothing in Minish Village, so when they saved before going into Minish Village, the save counted as Minish Woods, and they get put back at the entrance to Minish Woods, and can head back to town much faster, and they don't have to ride the lily pad back or go back through the Minish path. I'm pretty sure we checked Maya's basement at some point, right?
Yeah, it was money, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, right, okay, yeah. So we're down to 2 locations here. It's either here on Rem or over at Swiftblade.
In the 4 vanilla boots. Spin.
Spin attack? Well, that's progression to, like, 3 items over in Trilby. Wait, was that spin attack? Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was. It's a really slow start. Like 1 item's leading to another.
I'm so used to watching their individual, the runners' individual trackers, and because everyone runs with an auto tracker, I'm used to updating instantly. Goldfish has to manually track everything, so that's going to throw me every now and then when I'm
bombs.
Right, we get bombs in Trilby. Kind of a.
That's a good placement because we have bottle and.
Yeah, I mean.
That's a really good placement because we are since they have bottle. That opens up a lot on Krenel.
And we get our element check, and it is indeed non-required Royal Crypt and Templar droplets. You could, assuming that there's no items actually locked behind hard required lantern checks, you could do the seed without the lantern.
How that was a really convenient bomb placement.
But that also does mean that all kinstones are required. So if they see a kinstone, they have to go and get it.
Which is definitely making the item search way longer.
Yeah. Did Goldfish check the scrub back in Trilby, or did they just ignore it?
They just ignore it.
Yeah. I mean, they can get it on the way back down. Currently, Krenel kind of is the right play. That it's got the most items, but you don't have the grip ring right now. Okay, there's a peril beam.
Decent if this early, you've got not too much.
Yeah, Hendrus immediately going to use the bombs to check the scrub in Trilby.
And it was just one drop.
Yeah, Hendrus also going to go into Mount Cronal. We're not going to see if anything was in... I mean, to be honest, there's not much elsewhere that they could get with bombs. You've only got the Heart Piece in North Hyrule Field. You've got under the school, and then you've got you can go through the back entrance of Minish Woods, and there's 4 items over there. But Hendrus, okay, yeah, Hendrus is going to go to Mount Cronal. I think they were thinking about going and checking that.
I think he forgot a chest. He had forgotten a chest.
Yeah, Hendrus going for roll lifts, not quite pulling them off as well as the master of roll lifts over here. If you try and roll lift, do it up or down. It's very easy to do roll lifts if you're doing up or down. It doesn't work if you're going left or right. If you're going left or right trying to do a roll lift, you do need to hold diagonal down left or down right, or up left or up right, and it's a little bit trickier. Goldfish has to use an extra bomb here. Oh wait, no. Okay, they're doing the roundabout. Oh no, they didn't get it, because you can place bombs further inside of walls if you walk up to the wall and then place the bomb down. If you place the bomb down, pick it up and then throw it, it doesn't go as far into the object. So, yeah, if you want to really minimize the amount of bombs you use, walk right into the object and then place the bomb inside of it.
Red sword.
There's a red sword. Now, Goldfish, what do you do? Goldfish, you're going to keep on going. Okay.
I would have went Chobi instantly.
I mean, this looks very much... this looks identical to the weekly we had yesterday, which also had a red sword on that spot. And in the weekly, everyone who bailed here went and got their grip ring somewhere else and then came back to Cronal.
To finish this. As our chance to grip ring is like in Chobi. I mean, Chobi has more than 40, 50 items ish.
Yeah, there's a huge amount. There's 15 in one of the ponds. There's 16 on the beanstalk. So that's already over 30, and then there's a handful of other checks as well. So I think it's about 35 checks in Western Woods after, or Trilby and Western Woods. With the red
now
sword.
The question is, will they check Percy?
Maybe not.
The one check that is always left behind.
I mean, never do Percy. Sure, you can go there and get Ibot the Moblin, but skip Percy. Always skip Percy. Yeah, Hendrus didn't have enough bombs here, so he had to jump back down and get some more bombs from the scrub. Yeah, Goldfish has one more check here. These last 3 checks from Cronal take a really long time to get.
Without any like fast way to get up. Let's see if Hendrus is gonna stay for those 3 checks or if he's just going to bail.
I expect Hendrus to bail here.
Yeah, I think that suits his playstyle more. Yeah,
Yeah, he's thinking about it. He's thinking, is he gonna do it? Go for it, go on.
Please, Hendrus.
Okay, Goldfish got nothing out of it. Hendrus
especially that we know now that, yeah, it's nothing.
I mean, Hendrus was doing comms on the weekly yesterday. Surely they remember.
I guess Goldfish is doing the Deku scrub now.
Yeah. I mean, they're both on low health right now.
Yeah.
I think they've been blowing themselves up with their bombs and want to be cautious about their health. But
Oh my god,
Goldfish doesn't have
with
anything to worry about. He's about to hit that rupee cave. There's guaranteed going to be a heart piece or a heart.
in B4, there's no hearts.
I mean, there's got to be one heart somewhere in Western Woods. Ooh.
Oh my god. Oof. No, no.
To the Keys cave first. Yeah. Look at that.
Okay, that's healthy. Mirror shield.
Wow, look at that health.
The health.
They went from 4 to 7 hearts.
You go from stress to being relieved because this place is damaged city.
Yeah. I mean, if you got boots and you just kind of dash through everything, and with the rolls, you just need to... One of the big skills that you need to learn with Minish Cap is identifying which enemies you need to pay attention to, and to, like, if they're going to get in your way and you have to roll through them. And then learning how, like, the timing of your roll so that you can roll through enemies and avoid taking damage. That's a really strong skill that is kind of unique to Minish Cap.
So we already got the mids. Wow.
Yes. Leave. No, don't go back in. Percy's got junk. Look, see. Skip Percy. Do Ibot. That is the play.
They have the bow butterfly. I don't know from mids wise, but I know they have 2 butterflies. That's for sure.
We got 2 butterflies. Okay. I think we just see. Oh yeah, because Goldfish just picked one up.
Yeah.
I think we'll see when. Oh, hello.
Cape, hello, and Ocarina, and Great Spin. Nice. And another bottle.
Another bottle just for good
closer to bottle busting.
Yeah, Goldfish taking a moment here just to track
to process. I think
this is where the auto tracker really comes in handy. Is when you hit these things and you get 1,000,000 items. Yeah, okay, Goldfish quick warps, and they're going to check the Mets caves here in Trilby. I mean, that cape just opened up Caster. Not too much you can do in Caster. You can't do everything, but there's certainly some things you can get there. And with that Ocarina, if you're in the area, you might as well hit the Ocarina point, and it makes getting back there faster later.
More health.
What are the statues for? So the Tingle trophies is just a fetch quest item. You give it to Tingle, and Tingle will give you an item back. In the vanilla game, it's a reward from Tingle when you've completed all of the fusions in the game, but
and that is how you unlock
we've repurposed it for the randomizer.
Oh, this should be good for Goldfish since oh no, he's getting attacked.
No, this is the logical time to do Simon Simulation.
Yeah, great spin, just...
Yeah, they got great spin, and they've got a green sword or better, which means that you can just great spin everything and it all dies in one hit.
Being really unlucky with the foxes. I'm just gonna call them foxes,
Yeah.
Thieves.
Yeah, the Keaton Bandits. Fun fact, I think this is the only game that has Keatons as an enemy that... Oh, the only Zelda game that has Keatons that... Like, this enemy that walks around and damages you. I'm trying to think, there might be another game. I'm not sure if Four Swords Adventures has them as an enemy.
I don't think so.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure that Four Swords Adventures just takes all of the enemies from A Link to the Past and remodels them.
Where is going to be progression? We've got enough right now.
They did just get a lot of progression. We got Mitts, we got the Cape. Mitts and Cape? And the Ocarina, I'd say rush Lake Hylia. Go check,
Yeah,
Pipe
instantly,
Cave.
so many items.
I mean, town digging isn't a bad call. Town digging certainly good. Oh, and they get split blade. That's great.
That's
sorry,
really good.
The
Split gauge.
scroll. Force. We were talking about the Keaton enemies, the Keaton bandits in Minish Cap, and if they're present in any other Zelda game. I had a faint feeling that they might be in Four Swords Adventures, but I don't think so. I'm pretty sure that Four Swords Adventures just has a Link to the Past enemies, and that's it. It's just in this one.
Imagine Breath of the Wild 2 comes along and there's like a hyper-realistic version of the Keaton man that it just terrifies you.
I believe that they originally did plan for some Minish to be in Breath of the Wild, but it got cut.
Breath of the Wild was supposed to have a whole like quest where you like turn into Minish, but they scrapped it.
Alright, we're going to check Lon Cave here from Goldfish. Meanwhile, Hendrus is over in Minish Woods, setting the Ocarina point here and also getting the items of Bellari. I think the two main... Well, okay, you kind of got three options here. You either go to the Lake Hylia area, you go over to Castor, or you stick around in town. And it looks like both of them are doing Lake Hylia.
Yeah.
They're kind of doing the checks like kind of in between town and Lake Hylia at the moment. But yeah, this kind of looks like that they want to head over to Lake Hylia and potentially even dip Temple of Droplets. They could beat Temple of Droplets right now if they wanted to, but I assume they won't because Temple of Droplets is not required.
And now we've got 3 balls. Let's see. Interesting cave routing from Goldfish.
Yeah, they're going to go to the Beanstalk first. I assume they're going to quick walk down after the Beanstalk, but then this kind of splits this cave up into 2, and I don't know if they're going to come back into here and check the rest of the checks and then quick warp again.
Yeah.
Do a double quick warp. Because I'm pretty sure that walking back through the cave is faster than quick warping out of the cave and then making your way back to the cave. Are you just going to climb down the other way?
That's our first Kinstone.
Yeah, it's a Castor Wildskin stone. I think Hendrus is having issues with his auto tracker. Maybe he doesn't even have an auto tracker.
Probably doesn't have it equipped. Blue sword. Wow.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah, I think Hendrus is going to clear up this cave first and leave before Goldfish does. Which just shows the time difference between these two different ways of routing this cave, because Hendrus entered this cave quite a bit after Goldfish did. Oh, I think they're going to be doing it around about the same time. Depends what. Oh no.
Yeah, it might be head to head. Yeah.
It's going to be very close. Yeah.
Same time.
They're warping at base. I mean, Hendrus is doing his map check right now as well. He's going to see what dungeons are required, but he would be quick warping around about the same time as Goldfish.
Trying to think of what checks are left.
Oh, they've got a lot of stuff over here in
Yeah.
Hylia. I expect Hendrus to definitely go into Temple of Droplets now and get most of it done.
Jabberknot.
That is a nut hog.
Oh my.
Gonna see if that's going to be required. We do have
Definitely
Deepwood Shrine required,
interesting.
and we don't have the flippers yet, so we need either the flippers or that Jabberknot to
And
get
that would
into.
mean power bracelets required if the nut is the only way in.
Yeah, power bracelets, boots,
And boots.
and Gust Jar, because you need either the Gust Jar or
Yeah.
the power bracelet. Sorry, either the Gust
the
Jar or the
flippers.
flippers to be able to
And-
get to the back of the cabin.
And in this case, if we want nut to be required, flippers can't be in play.
Yeah.
Both of them being droplets.
Yep, they grab the big key from the entrance and head straight into the first rupee path. I mean, they've got both the cape and the lantern, so they're the two items you absolutely want before making any dedication here to Temple of Droplets.
Flippers.
Okay. Well, there's our flippers.
Well, rest in peace, nut. It was good seeing you.
Rip in peace. No one's going to be grabbing that nut. So, I mean, even if both our runners here did not have the lantern and the cape, if they had neither of the items, I'd still want them to come into Temple of Droplets just to check that rupee path out, and that definitely pays off because you just got your flippers.
I mean, at this point, it's Kane. Oh my.
Hello.
Frenel. I'm open to leave this place, just go to Fire Temple. Fire Temple, nice.
Yeah. Cave of Flames is open, and yeah, it's a required dungeon. They do want to get that done, but also the cape does open. The cane opens a lot in Hyrule itself. We've got lower guild walls just opened up. Stuff like Orphan Fairy, Minish Town checks. I mean, the Minish Town checks get opened up by flippers and cape as well, but the cane lets you do them a little bit faster. And also checking the school as well.
Yeah.
Oh, we can also hand in the Tingle Trophy now.
Yay. Best item.
Hendrus has just left Temple of Droplets. I didn't see where they got up to. But
I think they just entered the maze and just decided to not.
Yeah, okay, Goldfish is going to be going through the maze. I'm surprised from Hendrus. Like, that seems like a play of saying, I'm scared of the dark maze, I don't want to do it because I might die. But Hendrus has a lot of health. Hendrus has more health now than he does in any percent doing Dark Herald Castle, so it's surely not a fair response from Hendrus here. Hendrus is just thinking that they got a bit too much there with the flippers and the cane. There might not be anything else. Cut his losses and go check stuff elsewhere.
I mean, we're gonna see if there's anything left anyway, so if there's nothing left, it's definitely a good play from Hendrus.
Yeah. I mean,
at this point...
I don't like plays where you've committed somewhere and then go, okay, I'm gonna leave now, because it tends to not work out as well. Those kinds of plays don't, like... If Goldfish finds anything here, then that's a big advantage for them, because Hendrus is going to have to basically do everything else and then come back to Droplets after he's done, or decide that he made a mistake and go back to Droplets.
I feel like right now, one thing that Hendrus is thinking might actually be that his opponent, like Goldfish, is like similar level to him. and that if stayed in droplets, they'd just be even. But that's
Yeah,
the thing.
possibly.
There's still
You did
repeat
power
path.
droplets
Yeah.
to come to school base.
A book.
Okay, he's not doing school base.
Gas jar. Oh my god.
Okay. Right, big advantage for Goldfish here. They
Yeah,
just got the
and-
Gus Jar. Hendrus has
10
left
hearts.
the Gus Jar in Temple of Droplets.
And 10 hearts as well. So for all we know, that has an item.
Is that? Yeah, that is 10.
It's
Okay,
really
cool.
early for 10 hearts.
Yeah, Hendrus picks up a Cloud Top Skin Stone.
That's good.
Yeah, no, you're right. 30 minutes is pretty early for 10 hearts. I mean, they did get 2 heart containers in Western Woods and a bunch of
Yeah.
heart pieces as well, so it was kind of... Even though the very beginning wasn't that healthy, they got a lot at Western Woods. Yeah, we have to remember as well, Temple of Droplets is not required. That does mean that Hendrus might not want to stay, might not want to go there. It could be a very long time before we see Hendrus go back.
Yeah. That definitely opens up what, like, Goldfish chooses to do, because he's got Deepwood and Cave of Flames open fully if he wants to do that.
Yeah.
I personally go for Deepwood first and hope that the grip ring is there, because going up to Cave of Flame. Oh no, because they've got Kane, so that makes it for.
My god.
Oh my god. Well, okay, talk about now.
Temple of Droplets was loaded.
Yeah, well, that's
Wow.
impressive. Kane, flippers, grip ring,
Oh,
gas jar.
just like Cave of Flames is my bane, I think Temple of Droplets might be Hendrus's bane in this scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, now I'm not sure. I was gonna absolutely agree with you on going to Deepwood before Cave of Flames because you don't have that grip ring.
But now
the
grip ring is there, so you get a lot of checks on Mountain, and then you can generally just do Cave of Flames and
The really important thing is definitely that beanstalk. There's a lot of items up there.
Is Goldfish gonna full clear droplets?
They should. I mean, I think they'll leave after this check.
Yeah, they are.
That's basically full cleared at this point.
He's going back for this item.
Oh yeah, there's one item here to grab on the way out.
This might be map, because we are. Well, depends. You know, map could also be on Buchu.
I mean, you definitely want to check this out. We definitely saw the compass, didn't we? Yeah.
For all we know, yeah, compass we saw. For all we know, this is. Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Droplets was loaded.
Oh, there's another caster.
Wait, oh no, that's not all free. I thought that was all free caster, but Hendrus got a Cloud Tops.
Okay, there's a book that Hendrus sees in the Diminished Flippers caves. Yeah, this is a good play by Hendrus. I mean, not necessarily good play. This is just good routing. If you've got the flippers, you want to come over here and check this cave out. It's very likely there's going to be something here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that the only things they have left are... the only things Goldfish has left in droplets now is Blue Chew and Octo.
Money on the 10 heart check, so nothing particular. Hendrus choosing to go up mountain, which is a really good play. Wait, no, wait. Actually, no, wait. Well, that's the
Hendrus would have to do the vanilla route. They would have to climb back up that beanstalk again, and
that's the only thing he can do anyway.
Yeah. just to get to Cave of Flames. I mean, well, not necessarily he would have to do lower Krenel the vanilla route, the way to get to the Grip Ring Scrub, but then from there you would go through the shortcut to get to Krenel, to get into Cave of Flame. Both of our runners have the cane, so we're not going to see a vanilla Cave of Flames play. But Goldfish definitely
has an
absolutely
advantage.
the right play here. Like, you 100% go to Grey Blade and Cave of Flames. There's so much here. Yeah, I think Hendrus was just looking at that track and going, there's a lot in the overworld, I don't want to be wasting much time here in Temple of Droplets, and I mean, he's right, there is a lot of checks here, but he's just missed out a load in Temple of Droplets, things that he really desperately needs. So, something we do need to pay attention to as well is that with the dungeon layout, we need all the kinstones, and we don't have that many right now. So,
yeah.
You should be doing a much more thorough route.
Yeah,
you want to be more thorough than your typical route with this kind of seed, because you don't want to be missing a kinstone in a random place. Sure, it does work out sometimes when you go for crazy gambles that skip big chunks of the game, and then you hit go mode early because of it. It's not going to happen on this kind of seed, because you need so many kinstones. The chance that you're going to miss one is too high. If Fortress and Palace weren't required dungeons, absolutely go for it, because the amount of required items to beat the game is so much lower, you can afford to do more gambles. Yeah, we're going to see just how much slower this vanilla route Hendrus has to do is than if he had the grip ring, because Goldfish has the grip ring now, and he's just climbing all over Krenel, just grabbing everything, and Hendrus literally can't do anything here in Krenel. All they're doing right now is trying to get into Cave of Flame. You have to go through all of the caves along the way.
It just makes it significantly longer.
In the randomizer, do you have to collect the kinstones? So how this randomizer works, under the current settings, this is open fusions. So all of the regular fusions that you do with random NPCs they're all auto-completed at the beginning of the seed. The only kinstones you need to do are the golden ones that open specific areas of the game. So they're the 3 in Castle Wilds. There are 3 statues you need to fuse with to be able to get to Fortress of Winds. There's one at Vale Falls. We're still missing the Vale Falls kinstone, and as soon as we find that one kinstone, we get a lot of items available to us in Vale Falls. And then there are 5 in Cloud Tops, and we need those 5 in order to go up to the Palace of Winds above the clouds, which is also another required dungeon. So that's why we know we need to get every single kinstone.
Well, right now they'd want, well, Goldfish would want a Swamp Kinstone, well, a Fortress Kinstone, since Fortress is required, and
yeah,
it's definitely denser check-wise.
They are still missing a bow, remember, as well. And
oh, yeah, yeah.
Seeing as Fortress is required, they want that bow to be able to beat the dungeon. Yeah, the bow in this game is basically only ever used in Castle Wilds and Fortress of Winds. and then on Vati and Dark Coral Castle. They're the only places that it gets used.
It takes so long to get to like Fortress that it just there's no intent to like go there early before having a bow.
I know Hendrus is feeling bad right now because they don't have a Gust Jar. Me and Hendrus run the any percent category of this game, and we're very used to doing this section of the game with the Gust Jar, and you can speed up a lot and do it very quickly because you can suck the masks off the Helmosaurs with it. Goldfish does have the Gust Jar, but they don't run any percent, so they're not used to the strats with it, so it's not something that you typically see people do. Yeah, so with the Castor Wilds in the swamp, because they've got the cape, they can jump over the swamp with the cape. So the logic can assume that you need to, you can do that. So they can do everything in Castor Wilds without the boots right now. In all honesty, this seed could be a bootsless seed. There could be no boots at all because the cape fills in the requirements for it. And hello, Nesman GG. Nesman just finished up their match with Dark Horse. I think that it's still going. Yeah, both of our runners here are in Cave of Flames. They were just in Temple of Droplets, and in Temple of Droplets, they got the flippers and the cane, and then Hendrus left. Goldfish stuck around in Temple of Droplets, where he got the Gust Jar and then the Power Brace. The Grip Ring, and another Castor Wildkin Stone as well. So that's 3 items Hendrus is missing from Temple of Droplets that he bailed out on.
I really know Hendrus is gonna shout out at the end of the seat.
It's his fault. Don't bail out of Temple of Droplets.
Oh yeah, well, first of all, don't bail out of Droplets, and he asked for this seed, so...
I'm surprised he asked for it. I mean, everyone's been very mad at Hendrus so far in this tourney because he's rolled basically all the seeds and they've all been awful and everyone's hated them. Yeah, so...
The moment he asks for this, he gets even more pain. I guess it's karma for, like, rolling awful seeds for everyone else.
Yeah, Goldfish doing a good job of keeping up with Hendrus going through this dungeon.
Yeah, he just had a really clean fight.
Yeah, we've got all of the big keys and the small keys. I didn't see where map and compass was.
I don't even think they got map and compass yet.
Right, so what are we missing for go mode right now? I mean,
bow, swords,
bow and
kinstones.
swords, and then kinstones, yeah.
Yeah. And maybe power bracelets, but that is so uncertain you can't really say they're necessary.
Yeah, we thought it might have been power bracelets earlier for the Jabberna.
For the Jabberna, but that got scrapped because of flippers, and now the only use the power bracelets could have are in Palace. And I mean, the chances of Big Key being on Pot Push with Rupee Mania is just near none.
Yeah, also if there is a required item on Doctor Left, but that's it's much less likely that there's a required item there because with pot push, it's because if the big key's there, then hard required power bracelets.
Yeah, it would, but that's so like.
Wait, Hayden, what? Why does Sean want you to roll his seed?
What?
I mean, he's had a Hendrus seed which had Gus Jar in Dark Hyrule Castle. We've had our first required item in Dark Hyrule Castle, and it was in Sean's match.
What do you? Why do you runners just want to suffer?
We don't, but
I mean, you know what to expect from certain people. Don't ask them to roll. I have seen some stuff from certain people rolling that. I mean, I've seen some really good seeds. Like,
I mean,
I've
Shocky,
seen some...
you can't complain. You and Luna both had an Uber Jet seed in your last one, where you basically hit Go mode in Western Woods. I haven't seen that one actually, but all I know is Western Woods was loaded, and your Go mode was the bomb bag. Like, how fast is that seed if your bomb bag is your Go mode?
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, like both of them finished in under 2 hours. And got huge PBs by it. Like, it was half an hour PBs for both of them. Yeah, I don't know anything about that seed other as Uber Jet, so I'm going to be playing that seed soon. I might do it tomorrow during the off day. Well, we got both our runners here in Glee Rock. They both decided to full clear Cave of Flames before
Deepwood.
Before coming to fight Glee Rock.
Yeah. I mean, you usually... I'd prefer doing Glee Rock instantly if I had Big Key before, because the Glee Rock is just a boss that is a pain when stuff like game burn happens. But
I mean, it also helps you determine where your last dungeon item is. Like, for example, the map was on the big chest. They could have possibly logically determined that if they came and did Glee Rock. I mean, the first thing you do is hit the red warp, you come fight Glee Rock. Then when the boss is complete, then you just go back through the red warp and you're back in the basement. And then, depending on what item route you do in the basement, you could have determined, okay, the map's in the last chest and you save 20 seconds, 30 seconds maybe. Okay, so that is Cave of Flames fully cleared. And Krenel's nearly done too. There's only 3 more checks left to get.
Yeah. Well, a few more checks for Goldfish, a bit more for Hendrus.
Yeah. Oh, well, yeah, that's right. Hendrus doesn't have the grip ring, so they can't get all of the other items that Goldfish got here on Mount Krenel. But
even though they were useless.
Yeah, that's the thing as well. It didn't hurt Hendrus because Goldfish hasn't found anything with the items that they got that Hendrus didn't. Yes, the grip ring's going to be really important because you need it to get to Palace. You can't get to Palace without the grip ring, so Hendrus will 100% have to go back to Temple of Droplets at some point.
Boots!
Oh, and they get the boots after beating Cave of Flames. I mean, it makes sense to do it this way round. Cave of Flames is a required dungeon. You're guaranteed that you're going to beat Glee Rock now. Before leaving. And then, after you've beaten Glee Rock, then you can go check Malari and check these 2 checks along the way. If, for example, Cave of Flames wasn't required, you may check these 2 items first, because there's no guarantee that you're going to go all the way through Cave of Flames, beat Glee Rock, and then get Malari.
But now you can just go to Deepwood and finish off some checks in Forest.
I mean,
Team
yeah,
Wolf
that's just
having
a
nothing.
safe route right now. It's just follow your elements.
Yeah.
Yeah, with Minish Cap, you do get into this kind of mid-game lull of, okay, I got a bunch of items in the early game. I'm just going to go do dungeons now, and then the middle 40 minutes to an hour is just doing dungeons. Not really getting anything else. You're just clearing dungeons and getting your elements.
Right now, I think an ideal like routing scenario for Goldfish would be to find a bow and a caster wild skinstone in Deepwood when he decides to go there.
Yeah,
Because
Hendrus wouldn't be going to Deepwood for a while.
Because that would genuinely get him a good like way. I feel like Hendrus. I mean, Hendrus's best play obviously is to go back to Temple of Droplets, but he's definitely going to finish off every single overall check he can right now.
Did Goldfish just do the flipper hole in South Minish Woods? That's sorry, South Hyrule Field.
I don't think. Oh yeah, he did. Yeah.
Yeah, he did. Okay.
Yeah, that was just a
Yeah,
repeat.
they just split up now, and they're just going to be doing overworld checks at the moment.
Yeah.
It is honestly surprising how similarly like their timing is, because they were basically doing everything at exactly the same time, but.
And then Hendrus decided to go for a big play that ended up being a dumb play. If there wasn't anything in Droplets, then that would have been Hendrus would be like in a good position, but no. Droplets decided to be just a pain and add 50 items.
Yeah, something that we haven't seen from either of them is Caster Wilds.
Yeah.
They got a cape in Western Woods. That was the prime opportunity to dip into Caster, possibly find something, but neither of them did. So all of Caster is open. Well, not all of Caster is open. All of the bow
part of it.
Yeah, there's still bow-locked chests, and okay, yeah, you might want to wait a while, a little bit before going to Caster Wild, because you're looking for that bow.
At least a bow. I feel like at least wait until you're like down to a couple of locations. If you don't have a bow, then it's obviously there.
But remember, the bow checks are really quick in Caster. If you've already got the Ocarina point, you can go and get all of the items in under a minute. There's a lot of other checks there in Caster that are longer, like hiking. That's all open to them right now.
Yeah, great. Well, talking about Caster.
Yeah, no, Hendrus has got the same idea as me.
Which is a really good idea. For now we don't know, but I feel like there might be. I mean, I'd hope for a little bit of kinstones. I feel like you definitely want to see kinstones right now.
Yeah. Oh, if Hendrus finds the Veil Falls kinstone over here,
that's a lot.
I mean, it's not going to do anything for him because he doesn't have the grip ring.
That's pain for him. Like, well, pain for us knowing that.
Yeah.
He'd be like in.
I think Goldfish
we're gonna get
go
Deepwood. Yeah.
Though. Yeah, I think he's going to follow your advice there and go into Deepwood. For me, I feel like Deepwood is the weakest dungeon. It's the longest. It's the least check dense. It takes a long time to get in there and to do. You don't really get that many items out of it.
He's going straight. Yeah, wait, did he check? Oh no, he's setting cripple. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Did Hendrus check everything over here already?
Hendrus has checked the Dark Nuts. Oh, sorry, you mean in Minish Woods?
Yeah,
he's
in
already
Minish-
checked the Flipper's
Oh,
Cave.
yeah. For now, it seems like maybe hiking is gonna be something.
Yeah, that's right. There was a book over here that Hendrus grabbed.
So that's 2 books total. Kinstone. Was that caster?
It was a Baleful's Kinstone!
Oh my god. That is pain.
Oh, my prediction!
That is pain. Hendrus, why dip? I feel that when you know you've got all the kinstones to get, you can't leave any check undone.
Absolutely.
Like, for all we know, well, I thought Blue Chew might have a kinstone. That was a bit horrible.
I mean, honestly, after you check Templar droplets, if they saw all of their dungeon items, if they saw they already got their mapping compass and Templar droplets, I would have done Blue Chew because there's a reasonable chance that it's got an item. I mean, it's guaranteed some kind of item. It might be junk. It's probably going to be some rupees or something.
Probably, yeah.
It could be a kinstone. Could be a
But
sword.
yeah, that's the thing. You never know. That's the joy of Randomizer. You're never sure what you're going to get. And
Yeah,
for now-
randomizers are just like boxes of chocolate.
And for now, the only thing in Caster is
Their last bottle. Oh, sorry,
Bottle
in
percent.
Caster.
in Caster.
Sorry,
Yeah,
in Deep
for
Woods
now,
we
it's-
found that
in
bottle.
Deepwood we found the ball. In Caster, it is general pain for Hendrus.
Yeah,
because there
Hendrus
is
is
nothing-
going all the way to hiking, hoping to find something
Apart from
over
a
there.
Kinstone. That means Deepwood is going to have something if Hendrus
He's along
doesn't.
the right lines here. Some wet hole that you have to go into as Minish. It's not finding the right one though. The one he's looking for is in Lake Hylia.
Yeah.
And
Oh my god, Deepwood.
the only item he got was the Baleful's Kinstone.
Deepwood goated. Wow.
Wait, where was the boss key for in Deepwood?
It was in the 2 statue chest.
Oh right, okay.
That chest there is just like out of the way and just annoying. I mean, it's Deepwood.
Everyone, it's just part of your standard route for Deepwood.
Yeah,
You're
it's
rushing
just
that spot.
Four sword. Oh my god,
Where
four
did
sword.
he 7 scrolls? He's on exactly 7 now, and he found his 4 sword.
Goldfish will get it when he goes there. He's got 7 scrolls as well.
Yeah. Okay, it was another spin scroll they picked up.
Wow. And they picked up the extra spin in where was it? I don't exactly remember where it was.
Was it Cave of Flames?
Yeah, probably.
Because they both got it.
Let's see what Skull Garden has.
Oh, wait, hang on. Hendrus doesn't have fast split. Sorry, Hendrus doesn't have fast spin. They picked up another one somewhere. Did they get dash attack? Because wait, they were just dashing with the sword out, weren't they? Hendrus found dash attack somewhere.
Where?
Yeah, Hendrus has dash attack.
Yeah, what? What?
Goldfish doesn't have dash attack. They've got another spin scroll. Oh, that's interesting. But Goldfish takes the lead with a second element. Hendrus doesn't have the ability to go and get any more elements right now.
And
They're
Four
missing
Sword
out.
just didn't have anything.
Yeah. I mean, finding the full sword's great.
It's still great to have, like, highest damage sword and just... Well, no, the highest... Well, yeah, it's the same as blue sword, isn't it? Or red sword. At red sword, it stops.
Yeah. And it can be literally anywhere in the game, apart from, like, Hyrule Castle and School Garden.
Yeah.
So finding it early is great.
Yeah, it's still good to have 1 hour in.
Oh, that's
Wow.
the Cloudtop's Kinstone. Wait, did Goldfish do School Basement?
No, he didn't do anything. Goldfish doesn't have a Cloudtops yet. The first...
Oh, they don't have any Cloudtops. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, the first Cloudtops was on the school roof. The second one is in the basement.
Yeah. Okay, he needs to go to school then.
So he needs to go to school, which I feel he'll do the moment he decides to go to Castor. I feel like we need to find a bow somewhere.
I mean, I don't think we need to find anything. I think Goldfish needs to head over to Castor to get that Vale Falls Kinstone and head up Vale Falls. And Hendrus needs to go over to Temple of Droplets to get their grip ring, so that they can do the same thing. But yeah, Hendrus found the Rock Breaker.
Karlov, oh no.
There's the Karlov medal. I mean, we saw what the visible item in the figurine house was, and it was trash. So there's just going to be 3 items, but that's still 3 items in town.
Yeah.
Yeah, Goldfish has spotted all of their keys now. If we saw a map earlier, then that means that they got all their dungeon items, and we're going to have to full clear. Did we see the map?
I think, yeah.
Yeah, so he's going to have to full clear the rest of the dungeon now.
Nice 1 cycle.
Yeah, using the great spin with a green or higher sword will let you get that fight done in 1 cycle. Or if you've got the 4 sword, just the sword mashing is enough to also kill it in 1 cycle.
And Nesmond, there's a higher chance that Kinstones are going to be go mode.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be bow, depending on
Could be
how...
power bracelets.
Yeah, yes, power bracelets are like the forgotten goat item that just doesn't have it.
Nori, do not answer that question. I will speak as your lawyer. Do not answer any questions without your lawyer present.
A bar of useless percent in before they unlock a boss key in Palace.
And hello everyone from ZSR2. You just saw Nesman and Die Dark Horse finish up their match. And here we have Hendrus and Goldfish finishing up the final match of the second Swiss round for this tournament.
Nori has 2 lawyers apparently. She has Myth and Hayden.
So, a little crash course in this seed so far. Both of them have been basically doing exactly the same things, except for in Temple of Droplets, we found the flippers and the cane, and then Hendrus decided to leave because that's 2 pretty big items in a non-required dungeon. Goldfish stuck it out, and they found another Castikin stone, the grip ring, and the gust jar. So Goldfish is 3 items ahead because of that.
Hendrus, he's going back.
He's
he's
gonna
doing
do the
sequence
sequence break. Well, it's not a sequence break because he's already got the Pegasus boost.
Right. But I really hope he decides to go back when he's done with all the Minish checks here.
I mean, I expect so.
There's no other like logic or choice.
I think that's why he put off this area for so long as well. But on Goldfish's side right now, they're missing the Veilful's Kinstone. The Veilful's Kinstone absolutely must be the next progression item because there's so much up in Veilful's. So they need to find that in Castle Wilds, which they haven't touched yet. But instead, they're in town doing cuckoos right now.
I think they have the mindset of, I don't have the bow, I'm not going there.
Yeah, but at the same time, the bow checks are so fast. Because they've got the ocarina, they can walk back there and check those items very quickly.
I feel like if you don't have the ocarina, that's a good reason to skip going there, but the fact that they've got a fast way of going back, just...
And that's a third Cloudtop's Kinstone for Hendrus. Goldfish is missing all three. Where were the first two again?
Skull.
Oh yeah.
Roof of skull and basement. There's two really close ones and then one that's at the other side of the map.
Yeah.
Hendrus, please. Yes.
Yeah, Goldfish's Veilful's Kinstone is the North Minish Crack in Castle Wilds.
Goldfish is just going to finish off town, and so he's probably going to get, if he goes to school, he's going to get his first Cloudtop's Kinstone. Hendrus is about to get the rest of his items.
I class the school checks as I've got two different categories for checks in town. I've got the quick checks and the slow checks. I class the school as under the quick checks. They don't take that long at all to complete.
They don't. Wait, Hendrus?
Yeah, Cuckoo's is definitely in the long check arc.
Oh no, Hendrus!
Oh
no!
Hendrus isn't going to get locked out of here because of the key layouts. They're going to be able to waste a lot of time here in Deepwood. It would be very handy for Hendrus if he got locked out right now, but unfortunately that's not the case. I'm also surprised no one checks under the library.
True.
Because they got all of the items for those checks rather quick.
Fountain.
Yeah, Fountain's Fountain. It's always
I know it's slow and stuff, but it's still like a place where you get free items and...
Yeah, Goldfish is getting those Kinstones that they desperately need. What is this ocarina?
What are you... What?
Okay.
Oh, they're doing the lake checks. Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, Minish checks in lake. They might just end up... Both of them might end up last locationing their progression items at this point.
Yeah.
Because other than stuff in town, they're in the wrong areas and not going to get anything out of it.
Veil Falls. Veil Falls has something.
I mean, if they knew they had access to Veil Falls, they would be rushing there, but neither of them know it because they're missing the items required.
Goldfish is definitely closer to getting what he needs for it, depending on where he chooses to go.
I don't see Hendrus being able to do much more after Deepwood. I think he's going to have to go back to Droplets. But yeah, Goldfish, after they're done
Finished
here,
over.
I think they won't. I mean, other than town, I think there's still more to do in town, but for both of them. But like, except for town, I'm pretty sure that the only thing Goldfish has left is Caster, and for Hendrus,
Yeah.
the only thing left is Droplets. Hendrus isn't like at this point. It's still anyone's game. Like if the longest Goldfish spends before going back to I'm not even saying going back to Caster. They haven't even gone to Caster yet. The entirety of Caster is open to them, and they haven't checked it yet. So the longer they spend not getting that, the more time Hendrus has to catch up, because we should be seeing Goldfish going to Caster way before Hendrus goes to Droplets.
I think, yeah, he's just checking a couple of things with Boots right now, and then he's probably gonna go.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that they've got everything else after they get this this boot check in Lon Lon.
There's dash attack. I wasn't that Lon alley. Yeah, so now Goldfish is. I already have a picture is rolling, and like my head, he's gonna do South Vale, then go to maybe Castle Grounds to check the 1 minute check, the couple of minutes checks there, and then go to Caster.
Yeah, I forgot they haven't done those checks yet.
And now Hendrus is. I mean, there's no way he's not going back to Droplets.
Not sure what else Hendrus has left, because they're missing much more items than Goldfish. Like town? Did they go back to town and just full clear it?
No,
yeah. Okay. Hendrus really hates Droplets. They really do not want to go back there.
I feel like in his head, it's not a required dungeon, so he's just putting it off. Even though I feel like the moment you enter a dungeon, you commit. Yeah, for me, it's more like the moment you enter dungeon, required or not, just commit. Done. You've set foot in it. Just finish it.
I mean, you don't need to like fully commit. You just go up to a good point that is worth leaving from. Like Goldfish didn't fully commit to Droplets. They didn't do Octo. They didn't do Blue Chew. They just got to a decent point to stop because they got the Blue Warp. They got all of the items that are quick to get, and then they left. Hendrus bailed really early. Like as soon, like they checked 4 items in, and then they left before going into the Dark Maze.
So Goldfish is about to get his Veil Falls 4-sword. Well, he's gonna get his 4-sword first.
Yeah. Goldfish has 7 scrolls at this point, so that's their 4-sword for them.
Now let's hope they do everything they can here, because then that's gonna give them progression.
I mean, they may rush back to town now, which is fine.
Yeah.
They've only got 1 check that they can do, and then they'll be back here. They're gonna Ocarina? No, they're not gonna Ocarina. They're gonna stay here.
Good.
Which is good. They want their Veilful skin to stay.
Now, the moment you get Veil Falls, you bail out or not.
Yeah, Goldfish should have at least 2. We've definitely seen them pick up 2. And no, they've actually got 3. Their personal tracker, they marked down 3 collected.
Yeah,
which
they've
is
got
true.
3.
Yeah.
3 cloud tops. The one on the dock for the cabin.
Yeah.
and then it's the 2 from school.
We might see Hendrus going into the fountain before going back to droplets.
No, I'm completely second that. I thought I found right now could actually have something. Oh no.
Okay. Hendrus is going back to droplets? They are!
Yay!
They've had enough. They're like, oh, fine, I'm going to droplets.
Hendrus. Now it's going to be a big game of catch up.
Yeah, Hendrus is going to have to go back through all of these items that they've already, these rooms that they've already done, just to get to the Dark Maze and go through. See, this is why you don't bail out of droplets early for no reason. Sure, you got the cane, but
I want to see Hendrus's reaction to like all the items he's about to get.
Right, Goldfish did pick up their Veil Fool's Concern. I'm surprised that they're still going. Like, that would scream to me just to leave, because what else do you have left to do? This, like, hiking in town.
He's gonna do hiking and definitely go. I feel like he's gonna go Veil Falls. I don't picture him do anything else.
Yeah, no, that like absolutely. There's literally nothing else. Sure, you've got stuff in town, but I'm just surprised that they're still doing hiking, because hiking takes 3 minutes. By the way, timed it. It's 3 minutes. 3 minutes.
Oh.
You'd be in cloud tops by then. You'd be
genuinely.
They could be in go mode.
Instantly. I mean, I feel like at this point it needs to be in cloud tops.
I mean, there are a lot of items in Veil Falls and cloud tops, and yeah, cloud top kin zones do like to be there as well. Maybe even a caster.
As we have Forced, I mean, if you get all the like the 3 kinstones you're missing and a bow up there, then you're done. You're game mode, and you just need to finish everything. Well, technical game mode, I'm still like thinking about power bracelets actually being required, even though that's like a 0.1% chance.
Yeah, Hendrus was super greedy there, deciding to dash with their boots through that room, and they got punished by getting hit by the fire bar. You don't go through that room like that. You jump over it with the cape because you don't want to be set on fire and bullied.
Yeah.
But yeah, he finds his gust jar, really mad about that. He knows that he lost a lot there from skipping that gust jar.
So Goldfish is gonna do Garden to just finish that off. And hopefully just rush Veil Falls.
I mean, yeah, it's completely understandable to do School Garden here. The playground, it's just a saying we have in Minish with Minish Cap. Like, if you got your 4 swords, your go mode's probably here.
It's happened a couple of times. I've seen it be like lanterns, just a lot of stuff.
There's been quite a few races where I was looking hard for my last 2 items, which is like 4 sword and then something else. I find my 4 sword, bail immediately out of wherever I am, and then find the go mode item there in the school playground. Like, it's just so common. And that's the big item that Hendrus was super mad about, the grip ring. That's locking a lot of items away for Hendrus.
You're dead after this, Sid. You know that.
Goldfish still not going to Vale Falls. They're doing other checks along the way.
3-bomb bug. No one has checked them out. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Dan just didn't, I don't think. Oh, he did, maybe.
Hendrus! Oh, that is a big oof.
Oh.
That is a big oof.
Oh, Vale Falls time.
He knew
Let's
that
see
would-
what
Yeah,
go-to
okay,
item is here.
No,
Oh, wait.
Goldfish is still avoiding Vale Falls! Who
Oh my-
wants, like, 10 items in a cave? No, screw that. I'm gonna be...
One has a problem with droplets, the other one has a problem with Vale Falls. Hendrus is going to Deep Woods.
I mean, Vale Falls is one of those places you rush. Absolutely, 100%. You can do all of this crap after you've gone to Vale Falls.
It's fast as well.
It's so fast. And there's an Ocarina point right there. There's no reason why you don't do it. Because you go and check those rupee items, and then you can just Ocarina and go anywhere else. And then
Oh
you can
yeah,
pick it back up
I
at
forgot there's rupee items.
even if you don't want to commit to Cloudtops, which I think is bad, like if you're going up to Vale Falls now, you want to go to Cloudtops as well, because there's a lot of items there. Hendrus. Okay, he's just going to do Green Chew and
Green
get it out of the way. They'll be getting their other element. Can we please go to Vale Falls? Thank you. I want to see what's there. We've known about Vale Falls for like 20 minutes now. And it's just
Yeah,
taken
we've
this long for
known
everyone
it's
to go there.
goated for like so long.
Oh
he's
my
doing...
god. Okay. Is this a bad seed? Are we the bad guys? Like,
I've
I
put
think
my
Hendrus is
curse
just
on certain
dumb.
things.
Okay, that was a bit mean. No, Hendrus just misplayed in terms of droplets by leaving.
I wouldn't say dumb. I think I'd say misinterpreted his opponent, because I feel like he just bailed out of droplets to like try and take the advantage over Goldfish, and ended up being behind by a good 20 minutes just because he decided to skip droplets.
Yeah. I'm against plays where you go, okay, I'm going to leave this location to try and get an advantage over my opponent. I don't think those plays work out as well as people think they do. I think the plays of I'm going to go to this location before my opponent is a better play. They're the kind of plays that that pay off.
I mean, if I was like in my head, like if I was like in Goldfish's situation, knowing I'm going against the person that placed third last tournament, I would full on just play like Goldfish is playing, just play the game kind of semi-normally, just do a normal routing without doing any like plays.
Oh really? Because like if you do that and your opponent does, then you lose to your opponent. Because...
Yeah, you lose to execution.
Yeah.
But I feel like I'd hope that my opponent thinks that I'm gonna do normal routing, so that he's just gonna decide to do some plays like Hendrus did. Kinstone.
Oh, there's a Cloudtops Kinstone. Okay, so we're missing one Cloudtops and one
Cloudtops, one caster, and a bow.
Yeah.
That is not a lot of items and those could genuinely be just here.
I mean, I think typically, like, if we're being a bit meta here and thinking about, like...
Bow.
Oh! Hello!
I'd stay. I'd full on stay and see what Cloudtops has.
Oh, okay. Are you sure? Like, now's the perfect time.
Even though I know it's like the perfect time, because Fortress has just...
you can't go to Fortress yet, but you can get a few items.
Yeah, but you can bet on Kinstone being there, but I feel like Cloudtops is...
What if your last caster Cloudtops Kinstone's there? You might save a lot of time by having to do it Cloudtops only on one trip.
Yeah.
And all you're sacrificing is 2 ocarina trips, which is a few seconds. But Goldfish is going to stay in Cloudtops right now. Last Kinstone here, but what if the last Kinstone was in Caster? Or Town?
Yeah. Fountain, oh my god. Fountain. No one's checked that.
Yeah.
I still have my hopes for Fountain having something.
Hendrus hates Veil Falls, and they're going to Krenel.
Oh my god.
Why does everyone hate Veil Falls? Like, there's an ocarina point right there.
I like Veil Falls. I genuinely like Veil Falls because it's just quick. There's genuinely nothing that makes Veil Falls pain.
Okay, yeah. I guess I think like everyone says, oh yeah, Veil Falls is a great location. There's lots of item checks and stuff. But I think with this randomizer, like the famous general quote from, I think it was a German general. They said,
Cloudtops Kinstone. Wait, was
Oh
that
my
Cloudtops? I think it was Cloudtops.
that's the last Cloudtops Kinstone. That was it.
Oh.
Yeah, like one of the
was.
German generals said one time that it was a plan never survives contact with the enemy. It applies completely with rando. You have a plan going into the rando, how you're going to play a seed, and then you get the ocarina, and then the plan goes out the window, and then you just start doing random crap.
Go mode, caster, Kinstone, or bracelets. Wow.
But that okay, so now we've got a question for Goldfish. When do they leave Palace? Because they've got access to Palace right now. They could full clear Palace if they wanted to.
I mean, right now, for all we know, there's a Kinstone hiding close by. I hope for Goldfish, because that means he can legit run through Palace in like a second. But I think I do the bow checks. Maybe, because Cloudtops is gonna stay open. You genuinely have a high chance that the caster Kinstone is in caster, and I feel like you'd rather do Palace go mode than Palace normally, because Palace normally is long.
I think people think Palace Go mode is a lot faster than Palace Full Clear, which is slightly true, but not as much as people think. Like, Palace is a very linear dungeon, and you're mostly getting checks along the way, and you do have to get a lot of checks along the way when you're Go moding the dungeon still, because there's so many keys that are required. You're not saving that much time in Go mode. You save much more time in Fortress and Go mode, because boss key, you get the boss key straight away, bam, dungeon's done in 2 minutes. If you don't get the boss key straight away, you could, or if you're full clearing, you can easily spend over 10 minutes in there. I mean, an option Goldfish has right now is to hit this Ocarina point, Ocarina to caster, check those items out, and then Ocarina back to that point, and then climb up the tower.
Yeah.
Just so that they're not doing any backtracking. But yeah, we are one caster Wild Kinstone for Go mode right now, and Goldfish is betting that it's in Palace. Or at least I think they're going to, because they're climbing up the tower now.
There's a lot of checks on the overworld that could have it.
Hendrus has done a good job to catch up, but Goldfish does have a clear advantage here. They're several minutes ahead, because they're a whole Cloudtops ahead at the moment. Oh!
Graveyard key, no.
Oh, hello. That's thrown a spanner into the mix.
Oh,
Okay.
that...
Hendrus is going for the play. Oh, if Hendrus finds the...
Kinstone, he's definitely
Oh
going
no!
back the lead.
Oh, if they get the Caster Wilds Kinstone here, they're absolutely going to go into Fortress. But the last Cloudtops Kinstones are going to be in Cloudtops.
Yeah.
And then we'll probably have a race because Goldfish is going to full clear Palace to go to Fortress. Go mode that. But Hendrus is going to full clear Fortress and then go mode Palace. This could be really interesting.
This is going to be close. If
Hendrus still needs to go back to Droplets. No, Hendrus went back to Droplets. They got all of the items they needed from there.
Yeah, he got everything.
Wait.
So
No! He left
What?
one of the Kinstones in Droplets.
oh, he did.
He didn't get all of the... He made the same mistake twice in a row. He left Droplets too early.
Oh, that's pain. And there's nothing.
This is a huge oof for Hendrus.
I feel like
Where did he go?
he's going to. Where is he? What?
He's doing
Town?
town?
No. What?
Hello?
He's what? Oh, he's
I-
going to
Has
Tower.
he not already done Gregor 1? Oh, he's just got the Gust Jar.
Oh yeah, so he's gonna do that.
Yeah, he hasn't done this, but he didn't get a Kinstone in Fortress, which means that it's either in town or it's in Royal Crypt, or it's in Palace, or it's on Aughoti.
Wait, no, that's boss key. So
Okay,
the
that
only way that Pal breaks it. Can the Kinstone be on the pop push?
yes, but Goldfish would still be able to go get it. With the keys that they have right now, they would still be able to go and hit the switch. And they're guaranteed to have another. They're guaranteed. Yeah, no, there's too many item locations available. They're guaranteed to find another small key. They need to find one more small key, then they can get to the pot push, no matter what. So, yeah, Goldfish is just going to be able to full clear. Yeah, they can
No.
skip the item on pot push. Do the items in the top of the dungeon, that like fan loop. They'll be able to use their small keys there to open those up, and then they could go back to pot push if it has their small key. I mean, you don't want to do that, but you have to commit to that at this point.
Yeah.
Or you just beat Georg and leave.
I mean, at this point, that with getting the graveyard key, that puts everything on the table.
Yeah. Remember, there's still stuff in town that people haven't done.
Fountain can
Yeah.
have it. There's Fountain.
There's under the library.
Yeah, under the library and Fountain are like, that's 5 checks combined.
Right. Hendrus finds their last Cloudtops Kinstone. They're going to now be able to go into Palace, and they're basically in the same situation as Goldfish now, but with a couple more checks done.
If it's in Palace, then that puts Goldfish in a lead, but not that big of a lead. Like anything could change it.
Yeah, no, this is the thing with Rando. It could change at any moment. Like, if Hendrus decides to keep on following Goldfish is going to find Go mode first, and then it's just Hendrus's game to catch up, or Goldfish's game to lose. But if it's not in Palace,
That's
then
gonna put everything on
could be
the
a
table.
50-50 between them. Like,
Question is, do you go seeing how not great, seeing how Droplets was item filled? Do you like go through with the mentality of Droplets is not required and it's loaded? Is Graveyard going to be my go mode since it's not required? It's a stretch, but
so with the keys that we've just found.
oh, it's here.
Oh, there it is. That's go mode for Goldfish.
It's a chase. Ladies and
we've got a
gentlemen,
chase here.
we've got a
Hendrus
big ass chase, depending on what Hendrus. I mean, Hendrus is probably going to like.
Hendrus is too far behind here. There's no way that they get the Kinstone from Droplets and from Palace. I mean, this is looking like GG. I believe that Hendrus does have quite a execution advantage over Goldfish in DHC, but it won't be enough to catch up at this point. Goldfish has routed this better.
A death could, but yeah, Goldfish definitely has had like exceptional routing in this seed.
I mean, a death is going to save Goldfish. A death is going to lose Goldfish 5 minutes max. Like, I don't see where you could possibly die that's going to lose more than 5 minutes. The worst place they could die.
DHC or Vati?
I mean, yeah. Well, they either die on Georg without setting the red warp, and then they have to climb all the way back up, which would be bad. That loses about 5 minutes, I think. And then, well, it would be dying on the chain soldiers before Vati, and then like before he. Oh, if he gets the big key, goes to Vati without setting that red warp.
Oof. Yeah.
And then dies on Vati, like on Vati 3 or something.
That would be.
That loses like 15 minutes.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Because you have to basically do the whole dungeon again. It's definitely over 10 minutes, maybe not quite 15, depending on how well your execution's gone.
And that was a really surprising placement, to be honest, for the Kinstone.
Yeah, we didn't even see it. We just saw a little bit of gold sticking out from the chest.
It's rare to find like that. A lot of most items were like dungeon centered, apart from like a couple. Like there was a lot of dungeon centered items this seed.
I mean, it's just Droplets was loaded.
Yeah, Droplets full on go.
Yeah. I have the same opinion on Droplets in it. Basically every seed. You should never skip it.
Yeah, that's
one
thing I've learned from watching you, and people just do the same as you, is just, you never skip Droplets.
Skip Deeper, because Deeper's trash. Deeper
the old me were, like, hated Droplets, so I would have fallen, like, skipped a lot, but now seeing how much it's paid off for Rando.
Yeah. No,
the number of times Droplets red swords like that, when Droplets is required, if you don't have your red sword, you best believe it's somewhere in there.
Oh yeah, like don't put off Droplets for too long. You're going to be finding items in there. Oh, Hendrus didn't set up the fight properly. Interesting. Don't think they're... No. They're having to basically YOLO this fight with bombs because they didn't get a good setup at the beginning.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Goldfish is onto Georg. Not sure if they were going for down strike. Wait, they don't even have... Oh, it's...
No, they don't.
The scrolls are missing.
Yeah, down strike is one of the scrolls, the 3 scrolls they're missing. Which is funny because it's a really good one.
Yeah, it helps so much with the Georg fight because it means that you don't need to create clones.
Also helps with Vati.
Now, I know how to beat Georg without down thrust and also without clones. But that's because I've ran the fire rod % speed run, and in that we do it with the green sword before we even get the blue sword, so we don't have any clones to use. So
isn't fire rod % a big hack of the game, like just having a go at item?
It's a ROM hack where you get the fire rod in the first chest in Link's house, and then you use the fire rod to basically glitch to every required item in the game and then just beat Vati. Do you replace Georg's? You can't replace Georg anything in the Georg fight. We actually don't even use the fire rod in the fight. It's all done just with the sword and doing spin attacks. But it's very precise timing, and we do an RNG manipulation to always get the same patterns. But doing the RNG manipulation isn't essential. You can take as long as you want, and you'll eventually get the correct eye patterns eventually. So for a speedrun, it's not ideal, but it just means that, like, in Randomizer, like, if you're charging up clones and you see you get a good eye pattern, you don't need to create the clones. You can just, with that spin attack that you've charged up, just do a spin attack on the clones, hit all of them, and then start sword mashing on it, and it saves, like, a second or so, because you don't need to get your clones up. Yeah, Goldfish is just routed this fantastic. They could go mode basically all of Palace. Hendrus isn't going to be able to do that. They're going to hit their Kinstone, and it's going to be their second out of 3. They're still missing 1 in droplets. So Goldfish is just going to be extending their lead here. And I mean, eventually Hendrus is going to be able to go mode Fortress, but it's going to be well after Goldfish is already into the dungeon. Yeah, so this is what we were talking about earlier with Fortress. If it's go mode,
Fortress generally can be really fast when it's go mode, because you spend a lot of time getting all the items in the lead up to it, and just that takes a really long time, and then you just don't want to bail out of Fortress because you'd lose time just walking back.
Yeah, dipping Fortress isn't the best idea if you don't have Ocarina, because the walk back isn't great. It takes about 2 minutes to get all of the items on the way to Fortress.
Yeah.
And it takes just about, just under a minute. I think it's about 40 seconds to go from the entrance of Wind Ruins to Fortress if you've already got all of the items. But yeah, Hendrus has just used his small keys, checking the items at the top of Palace. It's not worked out for him. Goldfish routed it perfectly, skipped those 2 items, and found their go mode immediately afterwards.
Go strat right now.
With Goldfish go moding Fortress right now, they really want to just head straight for the red warp. Oh,
remote
okay.
Bombs.
They got the remote bombs. If Goldfish heads right for the red warp, they could find the boss key on the chest right before the boss, and then they're just done. And then they can do the boss 2 minutes, dungeons done in 2 minutes, basically. But yeah, setting the red warp means that you can get back to the boss super fast. So whenever they find the boss key anywhere else in the dungeon, they can just use the red warp to get to the boss faster.
Fortress is definitely one of those dungeons that's just weird to route.
Oh, there's the boss key. Okay.
Good.
Yeah, he's done. I think that boss key was actually... Okay, that boss key wasn't visible from the next room he was in, but yeah. If he came up here, yeah, he could have hit that chest. But then you go over to the left-hand side of the room that he was just in, and you can see 2 of the items there. If he saw the boss key there, then he would have been able to rush it immediately and skip everything else. But it was 1 check over from that, so he wouldn't have been able to see it if he came here, which is unfortunate.
Still got really fast.
Yeah, that was a fast Fortress, though. It's most likely that the big key is going to be on the Rupee Mania spot, so rushing there isn't Oh, Hendrus is mad. Yeah, I was gonna say, we didn't see from Goldfish's side because they already hit Go mode before that. They didn't check what the item was on Pot Push. It was a small key. So
Oh my god.
Hendrus can't beat the boss right now. They need to go back. They're gonna go up to the red warp. They're gonna hit the red warp and then they're going to go back to the beginning of the dungeon and play through the first half again to get to the item at Pot Push.
Oh.
Yeah. So by logic, they needed the power bracelets to be able to beat Georg.
Yeah.
But this is just losing Hendrus more and more time. It's falling further behind.
I feel like
he
right
needs to be
now this
catching
is
up.
basically a GG.
Yeah. After this boss is done, Goldfish is going to have all of their elements and going to be able to go into Dark Horror Castle. Yeah, Nori, if you want to get the bet ready, I think they are on the last cycle here, so once they get their last element, they're going to head over to Dark Horror Castle, where we're going to have a bet. So get your bets in chat, !bet, and then write how many chests you think Goldfish is going to open before they find the boss key. There are 9 items in Dark Horror Castle that it could be, so it's options 1 through to 9. Damn it, you got my bet. Yep, you have your bet. You can place your bets until we check the first item in Dark Horror Castle. And I don't know how Goldfish is going to route Dark Horror Castle. Everyone decides to route it differently. I like to skip the king at the beginning because the king is rubbish and never has anything.
In B4.
In before big keys. Hey, it wasn't there in my race. I saved a minute there because I didn't check the king. The king takes over a minute to check, by the way. You save a decent amount of time by skipping.
Yeah.
it.
I mean, with this new layout for a boss key, it definitely does.
Yeah, and double check if your bet has already been bet by someone above you, because it's the first person that puts the bet in is the winner. If you copy someone else's bet, you don't get to win.
Currently, we have already we have 4, 3, 1, 6, 9, 7, 5.
Oh, okay. Okay, check if
And
anyone
2.
is in the same category as you. If you're a sub, you're all in a category, and non-subs are in a category. So check that there's no one else in the same category as you doing a bet.
Ah, soothing music.
Palace. Is that the palace music that we're listening to right now, or is it?
I have
Goldfish's
all
audio?
music on. I have a mix of both.
All right, what is Goldfish gonna do? They're going for the king. Okay, so we got a bit more time now for people to put their last-minute bets in place if they haven't done so already. Nesman, you're not necessarily playing against the winner of this match.
Depends on.
You need to go check the standings after this match to see where everyone is. From the looks of it, I believe you're playing Luna. I think it's you and Luna at the top of the standings at the moment. Well, I assumed you won. I could be wrong. I didn't see your match, so I don't know what the result was. Luna's stick is at the top of the leaderboards right now. But yeah, Goldfish is checking the king.
Let's see.
What is going to be on here?
A small
It's a
key.
small key.
One is out. I feel like you wouldn't have wanted to be on bet on one when like the first check was the king. Did he just? Yeah, I thought so. He forgot.
Oh
the
yeah, I bet
chest
one,
area.
didn't I?
Yeah, you forgot the chest here. Come first.
So the
Come
way
on,
I like to
three.
route it is I go to that chest first, that big chest.
Yeah.
It was the compass, but if it, like, going through there, because that would have been the compass, I would have gone and done the blade chest. And if the blade chest was junk, then I would have quick walked back and done the king. We don't know what's on the blade chest now because Goldfish is going to rush through to the red warp.
Makes sense.
Alright, we got this second cannon room. They skipped the first one. It's going to be in the second cannon room. Okay, they're going for the OG intended clone pattern here. Gets it first try. That's very tricky. They're lucky to get that. Immediately going into great spin strats on the Dark Nuts.
Good.
Oh, gets...
That's a really good fight.
Yeah, managed to pin it in place there. Yeah, really good that the Dark Nuts decided to comply and decide to stand there.
Is the big key going to be in the one of the towers, or is it going to be in the blade chest?
Oh no, gets grabbed by the Gibdo.
Ouch.
And meanwhile, we're seeing Hendrus going through Georg. From the looks of it, they're having a fantastic Georg. Like, getting knocked down there is completely fine. They're getting all of their strats in. Oh, he gets bullied out of the way there. He's getting the down strike. Where did they get the down strike?
I have no clue.
I think it might have been
Maybe
in Palace.
Palace, yeah. Maybe in Palace, where...
I don't think that he'd done anything else that Goldfish hasn't. Maybe they did something in town that had something.
Maybe, yeah.
Oh yeah, I can't just check the spoiler log. Oh, they just got it. It was in the block maze at
Oh!
the Palace.
I remember one scene I watched, the
Oh,
fourth
no.
sword was there. Just in the block maze.
Goldfish, in the tornadoes you just went down through, if you hold down the whole time you're just where those two tornadoes line up, all you need to do is hold down and it will just take you all the way to the bottom there. You don't need to go sideways to try and hit the side tornadoes. And
Yeah, the
it's
side
like
one
a second
doesn't.
faster. It does actually save you some time because you move so slowly with the...
The moment you go in a tornado, it just blocks you for like 3 seconds anyway, and it's kind of slow.
Hendrus's last Kinstone is in Templar Droplets. Hendrus is gonna have to triple dip droplets. Yeah, it's on the first door. Never skip that check. We had an early lantern today. There is no reason why you skip that check if you get a lantern early. Oh, very greedy there, Goldfish. You didn't quite have enough time to go for that, but... Yeah, okay. Oh, Hendrus. I mean, this is kind of a reasonable gamble by Hendrus. They got the graveyard key, they want to go there, but... We all know what Hendrus's weakness is now. Droplets.
Droplets.
Yeah. Hendrus hates droplets as much as I hate Cave of Flames, apparently.
I don't hate Cave of Flames, I hate it without Cape now.
Oh, without Cape it sucks, yeah.
Because having experienced it with, I cannot do it without anymore.
I mean, it was pretty much game when Goldfish picked up the last Kinstone in Palace, because at that point we knew Hendrus was going to full clear Palace, and then they'd have the one in however many chance of gambling Templar droplets after they made it clear that they hate the dungeon and don't want to go there.
Are we getting to see a vanilla Vicky? Oh, that would be interesting.
Yeah, we have 5 checks left. We've checked all of the checks in the entrance. We have 4 towers, and we have the big key chest. So either they pick the one correct tower now, or they find two small keys and then find it on the vanilla spot. They're like the 2 best situations for Goldfish right now. Like, it's you have to be super lucky for something like that to happen.
Yeah.
They're going for top left. They're going for northwest.
Definitely
this
a fast
room-
room if you don't get caught up.
This room gives a lot of people trouble if you don't know the strat for it. Oh, that was so close. I don't know how they didn't get grabbed.
Lucky.
The hand grabbing animation was over Link. I don't know how they didn't get grabbed there.
He wasn't far. Yeah, I suppose that might have just glitched.
So how you do that room is before you enter, after you kill that red dark nut, you dash up and you dash to the very top of the room, and then the eye pattern is the fire spinning pattern is in the perfect situation where you have loads of time to shoot all of the eyes in a row, and none of the enemies are in the way. And then once you've hit the last eye, the fire bar is in a perfect position for you to then roll through it and then go to the door, and none of the wall masters should grab you.
Let's see if they did the right choice tower-wise.
Hendrus mad. Hendrus just full cleared Royal Crypt and nothing was there. They set a save scum before the dungeon so that they could leave the dungeon quickly if they didn't find anything. And they're going to droplets. Okay.
3rd edition. Ooh, a map. Yeah, this is looking like a full clear Dark Rifle castle. I hate to see it. There's 3 checks left.
Oh, okay. They're doing both the south towers first before doing.
They did diagonal, and now they're doing.
Yeah, they did northwest, southeast, southwest, and the last one's going to be northeast. Hendrus just wants. Oh, Hendrus wasn't going for Temple of Droplets. They picked up the dog food. They're handing in the dog food, and they're going to do. Wait, was that it? Yeah, it must have been it. Yeah, there we go. There's the boss key. Was that was 6? Yeah, they're missing. 6. No, they're missing 2 more towers. They're missing.
No, they're missing 1 tower. 1 tower.
They're missing a tower and then the vanilla chest, so that must be 7.
Yeah, it's 7.
Yeah, that's 7.
Because they checked spikes earlier.
No, it wasn't 6. It was 7. Yeah, we already saw the compass. So the last tower had the small key, and then the big chest had the randomized item. Currently, the logic is not beatable. Wait, that doesn't make any sense. The logic is all clearable logic, which means that every check needs to be accessible. Is all accessible logic. So we can't have a small key in the vanilla boss key chest currently, because the logic isn't capable of handling that. So we have a new logic coming in soon that will handle more complex situations.
See, that looked like it was going to be kind of long, ended up being decently paced. Really well routed from Goldfish there. Congratulations.
Yeah, no, Goldfish showing us once again, it doesn't matter how good you are at executing this game. Both me and Hendrus are any percent speedrunners of this game, and it doesn't mean we're good at rando. We get beaten all the time. Possibly sub 210. Yeah. No, I mean, ideally, Goldfish will be able to do the rest of this in under 5 minutes. Should be finishing about 207, 208. If they get perfect fights from here on out.
If E2 decides to not be the worst boss ever.
Yeah. This boss is tricky. It takes a lot of practice to get good at it. A lot of it looks random and like you're just getting bullied, and that does happen to some extent, but a lot of it is avoidable. Not going for my new Great Spin strat. I've developed a new strat for Vati 2, which you basically use the Great Spin and then dash in. You just Great Spin into Vati, red eyes. Ooh.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And that works.
Yeah, Goldfish isn't holding his sword quite in the right direction there. You need to think ahead of where Vati's moving, where Vati's going to be whilst you're charging up your clones. You don't point your sword in that direction. Because
that genuinely would just...
Yeah. Because when Vati will tap your sword and then make you break your... stop charging your spin attacks, so then you won't be able to create clones. And also this is last cycle, so Vati's just going to be spinning around quite a lot. Oh, he decided to change direction there. Yeah, he'd already done some damage already to Vati, so just do slashes there to finish it off. You're already on the 4th cycle.
Yeah, onto Vati 3.
Hendrus, did you not... Oh my god! I just remembered what happened to Hendrus!
Wait.
Wait. Oh, remember Hendrus didn't check that Madapilla fight because he slipped off the ice platform and fell into the water without hitting the switch, so he got stuck back there. Yeah, I thought that was it, and that the item was on the Madapilla, but it was here. No, okay,
yeah.
that was just Hendrus not checking that on the way out of the dungeon.
I mean, it's still worth check. It's so out of place that I understand how he could have forgotten about it.
Yeah, but that's Hendrus's go mode. They have to go through all of Fortress and all of Dark Horror Castle, and Goldfish is already on Vati 3 at this point.
Yeah, so it's close to no chance.
And no matter how fast Hendrus is, they're not going to be able to do 2 dungeons in under 2 minutes. Alright, so Goldfish finishes up the eyes. The hands, and they're gonna play tennis with Vati.
No remote bombs shot. Rip.
Banned.
Full on lost.
Yeah, Goldfish forfeits the win because they're not using a remote bombs swag to kill Vati. I feel like everyone who's had a seed rolled by Hendrus and suffered because of it has had some kind of
redemption right now, just
some kind
full on like karma release, just karma
from the
like
seed.
aura, just
But that's GG to Goldfish,
GG.
finishing in first place, and that is the last match of the Minish Cap Randomizer Tournament Season 2, Swiss Round 2. And
GG.
we have Goldfish in here. So GG, how was that?
That was good. I was unsure where Hendrus was that entire time.
Yeah.
Thought I was worried 'cause I started executing DHC pretty bad that I thought he was going to finish at any time.
Yeah, it's really nerve-wracking, isn't it? You're just going through DHC and your opponent hasn't done yet, and you're like, where the hell are they?
Yep. Yeah, I was really worried.
Yeah.
That wasn't too bad of a seed. It was figure out where your red sword is, then rush droplets.
It was fairly linear of a seed.
Yeah. Your bottleneck barely got items in Western, then you just went to droplets, and you're just missing kinstones basically at that point from go mode.
Yeah, but I feel like that's one thing we like said is the moment you got the final cloud tops, like what do you choose to do? You go and do the bow checks in swap, or do you stay in cloud tops to just get done with that and just full on go to Palace? And then Palace ended up having the final kinstone, which full on made it snap, just instant.
No, when I had the last Palace kinstone, it was never debate if I do Palace or somewhere else. I'm doing the required dungeon. I was just debating on how I wanted to route it, since I didn't have power braces. I couldn't do the pop push clear, so I decided I'd skip pop push and fan loop and do that later if I saw what all that was.
Yeah, and it worked perfectly for you. You didn't even check pop push, and pop push had a small key. And
well, I didn't need to. I was in go mode at that point.
Yeah, you didn't need to. And yeah, that came back to hurt Hendrus. Hendrus had to, like, they did the checks at the top of the dungeon. They did the fan loop without being able to do pop push because we don't know where the power bracelets were. And then they had to go back to get that small key so that they could get to Georg. So they lost a lot of time in Palace because of that. Because that kinstone in Palace wasn't their go mode item. They had to keep on checking more checks. Yeah. The main
How close
thing
was it going into Palace?
Hendrus was a little bit behind you, but it's because they were missing that kinstone in Templar droplets. They were never going to go back and get that for a while, so...
Okay.
Yeah. It was... Yeah, the seed, you guys were so close, and Hendrus had to do a lot more because they just didn't go to droplets. Well, you were both in droplets at the same time, and you both got the flippers and the cane, and as soon as he got the cane, he left.
Wait, he didn't get the Gust Jar or the Kinstone?
No. He didn't get the Gust Jar, he didn't get the Grip Ring, he didn't get the Kinstone. And then
That's right, the Grip Ring was there too.
Yeah, he came back later, last location in the dungeon, and to get his Gust Jar and the Grip Ring, and then forgot to get the Kinstone on the way out. I mean, because it was in the ice block at the beginning of the dungeon.
Yep.
So it was just an overlooked check.
It was really weird from Hendrus just dropping out of droplets like that, but I feel like from like a perspective of a runner, you like unrequired dungeon, you got 2 really good items, like surely there wasn't going to be anything else, and then
no, when I was in there, I wanted to get it to at least the blue orb and the second rupee path, and I decided I didn't have Gust Jar, so at that point I wasn't going to the ice plane room, and I got the Gust Jar. It's like, well, never mind, I'm just clearing this out.
Yeah.
So the power bracelets are here in Fortress. They're on the clone puzzle.
Oh.
Well, none of us are going there.
Yeah. Which also happened to lock the Jabbernet.
But that, Jabberknock got killed pretty early, like the moment Jobless just existed.
Yeah.
Well, I saw that. It's like, okay, that's good to know where that's at for access to Deepwood, and I thought and they got the flipper. It's like, well, never mind, that's staying there.
Yeah, we were talking about it for a while. I was like, oh, there's lots of interesting options that we have that we can do there, but then...
And then boom.
and then, like, straight away, as soon as we were done, it was like, there's the flippers. It's like, well, forget about all of what we just said.
And then we were debating on where the final consent could be, and it ended up being Palace, which wasn't... I want to say it wasn't surprising at all.
No, I wasn't surprised. I was glad it was there. I didn't have to, like, go do a few scattered overworld checks, but... It was like one of those things where I'm glad it was there, but I was also nervous because Hendrus could very easily be ahead of me at that point, and there wasn't anything that was too hard for me to find, so I was expecting Hendrus could just be ahead of me at that point.
Hendrus be memeing. Hendrus be memeing and checking Yalari.
I just want to check if we got iBot here, if they can update the site now, then we can run through what the next round is already, because we're very close. All we need to do is upload these results, and then we'll know.
Exciting.
Have you done it already?
iBot has been summoned.
No, Hendrus already saw Goldfish got done before they hit go mode, so obviously they're going to go check Yalari. Results are up, pairings aren't yet? Okay. I can read them off the standing, that's what I was going to do. If they're up now, where was it? I just had it up. It still says Hendrus and Goldfish hasn't had their results uploaded
on
yet.
the rounds it doesn't, but if you go to the standings tab, it shows that I have 6.
Oh, it's just done it. It just updated for me.
Oh,
okay,
yeah,
cool. So, our first match is going to be Nesman versus Luna. They are tied first place at the moment on the standings.
Yeah.
Then we have Bluesy versus Sean. Goldfish versus Splits. Tuberman versus Francois. Breakson versus Hendrus. Dax versus Shocky. Aero versus Thy Dark Horse. Mashy versus Trent.
That would be a good match too.
Glitchwitch versus Nimbus.
iBot Myth.
iBot versus
Gone.
I knew this was going to happen yesterday. It was guaranteed no matter what the results were.
Oh my god, go.
Sharky versus Candy Crystal. And I believe... Yeah, I believe that the triple is going to be Johnny, Rylux, and Artemis. And then we have Pika Pals and Rookie. I believe that's all of them. Please someone correct me if I'm incorrect.
That's good, yeah. From what I've seen, yeah, that's everything. Really interesting matchups.
No, I'm wrong.
Oh, what?
Triple is wrong. What is the triple instead?
Okay.
Why do I keep closing that down?
Is triple just the last 3?
I thought we're making sure that... Wait, hold on. Oh, we have...
I bought Ricky will go here is right below. Wait, Ricky versus Johnny. Oh, interesting.
Oh, is it Rylux, Artemis, Pika Pals, and then Rookie versus Johnny? Okay. Okay, so that's how it works. We just exclude the one person. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Ricky has already done the triple, so they not get included. So then it's the next 3. So it's
that makes sense.
Artemis, Pika Pals are going to be in the triple, and then Ricky plays the next person, which is Johnny.
There's some really interesting matchups.
Yeah, we've had some very, very experienced runners drop to the bottom of the leaderboard because they had very difficult first and second round matches, and losing against really strong players is going to knock you down quickly. And we've had some runners that have had very fortunate matches and managed to win both of them, and also their opponents win their matches, so they've shot up to the top of the leaderboard as well. So.
Yeah, I mean, there's just a lot of strong runners in this tournament, so it's not necessarily surprising that some of those top runners have dropped down. But there's just so many strong matchups each round that you're eventually going to have people lose.
Hendrus barely missing the bomb strat.
But I think we're done here. I think that Hendrus is going to have a while here in Dark Horror Castle, and they would happily receive a raid from us over here at ZSR.
Yeah, I think we're going to raid Hendrus. I think it's going to be a while. I know it's late for our EU peeps as well, who've been helping out the tournament. So, thank you very much. Oh, GG's Goldfish. Also, GG's in advance to Hendrus. Good luck with your upcoming matches. Also, good luck to you, Myth, in your upcoming matches. And thank you, Myth and Coach Heiss, for doing commentary. And also thank you, Dr. Shockey and Justy Hayden, for doing tracking. So with that, I think we're going to call it a night. We do have a couple more things going on today. There's a Majora's Mask Randomizer coming up in about an hour and 40 minutes, and a Z2R match in about 2 hours and 40 minutes. I'm not sure when the next tournament matches are going to be taking place for Minish Cap Randomizer, because those are still to be scheduled. But we should have some this week that are going to be on Restream. So with that, thanks everyone, and we hope to see you soon. Bye.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.